This is the protest that I saw at Milton Margai, Technical University. I'm gonna come. I did a live the other day, or I did a video the other day about, you know, um, what happened to these 6 lecturers that were actually expelled from Milton Margai after the principal of Milton Margai, who is Mr. Philip Kanu, Professor Philip Kanu. Watch this video. I want you guys to see this.
Which will not entertain. So for those lecturers who behave unprofessionally, we decided to treat them as common criminals, but the lecturers confirmed that yes, they did. And do you know how they explain it? Now Satan pushed them. So Satan can push you to even remove your trousers. Satan can push you to also take a video of all of the parts of the lady. Satan can push you to keep that one, and you think you can make it as a souvenir. You are using it to blackmail people. No, it will not happen in Milton Margai.
That's what I really wanted to share with you guys. So when I say go from the Aussie. So guys, that was the video that I did on the 13th of October, when the principal had the audacity to call out these people. I want you to see why they're protesting. Let me show you guys what Professor, Philip Kanu said that caused this protest that I will show you later on. I want you guys to listen to the video, listen to this audio carefully of what he said. Listen to this. This is the video, or this is the audio that sparked this protest by these people. They did not protest when these lecturers were caught sexually harassing these girls. They don't protest when they catch the lecturer them. When the principal talk and say the lecturer had a video them pick out and they sleep with them, then they ask them for sex, for let them pass or they give them money. 6 lecturers. They not protest for saying we girl picking them. Let me protect them. Nobody not come up for protest for that, Andy. But these guys came out to protest because the lecturer said this. He is calling them out for their tribalistic ways. Listen to this.
You not even talk to me one day during you camp. You know today na me na the camp like say me na the man. Una na me na for even shame. The way people in the crumble body smell they talk. All over the thing don't smell now. Now when inside, I mean they will propagate. Now when they do the right things there. Then as they want touch now, this morning somebody called me in one office. That man will send them. I will talk with them. He saying they give contract to me, they contract to them. They know the platform. The way they touch them, oh now get the party, I will suffer. This I will tell you. Now I say, my brother, then we will just be faithful for them. Yeah, that's what I mean. But after that, SFDB, I think they will go to be very honest, because they're not fit for they're not starting play with power. Then trust all the able. Money all the able. Everything.
Maybe they have work with them. They are not working.
They are not working. I know.
But what are they saying? They are
wrong.
Woman business. What are we paying for? You are the man.
Guys, nothing the guy said there was wrong. If anything, these guys, they don't know what is constructive criticism. That is why when people come out and say we're constructively criticizing them, it's nonsense. They don't know what is that. All they know is allegiance. This is the same man, Professor Philip Kanu, that was levying praise on President Bio.
He supported President Bio don't give to this college. President Bio, what been cancer there, nobody don't even know what's in a uniform. Now President Bio, now him pull money, say they for buy uniform for them workers there. Now President Bio in government buy boots for people there. Now President Bio in government make today people and they receive their salary on time, brother. From where President Bio can power, nobody not receiving salary late. As them pay the civil servants, them all staff of this college they receiving salary now. So ultimately the gladness with all of the hand, I President Bio say and they not do the leave allowance so they be paid today by percentage. Sometimes they can start for pay the leave allowance, if they move to another year. President Bio where he take up office, the people that will be don't retire at this college for over 10, 15, 20 years. He paid them all the ex gratia. He don't.
Guys, So this is all they want, right? From people like these, from this guy. That is all they really want. You see, because I did not even want to touch this at this point, but we have to because of why? These people are so tribalistic, they don't even think. When these lecturers that I'm about to call here were sexually harassing these females, slept with them, took videos of them, they could not protest for that. But now, because the man called them out, telling them that, they're giving them contracts, they're not performing. Everything, when you want to touch them, you want to prosecute them, they say, oh, it's a government, it's a party in power. Oh, you cannot do us anything. And he prosecuted these lecturers that, were sleeping with girls at the college for grades, sleeping with them for money. He called them out. He fired them. He arrested them. They got locked up. And we heard that a truckload, folks from State House came and reinstated those lecturers. But we put the hammer down on that again. I guess they've been kicked out finally. And these are the guys. So these people could not protest for all of that. But what they could protest about is the fact that now, because he called them out for their tribalistic ways, that is the reason why they have to protest. And that is why they're protesting. So the sexual harassment it does not bother them. That does not matter. They can survive. The girls can do whatever. That's their business. Women don't get no protection in the country. That don't matter. It's not important to them. You never see, none of them came out to protest against those lecturers, to call for the firing of those lecturers. But immediately the man told them exactly what they're doing wrong, calling them out for their tribalistic ways. They should stop and be patriotic to the country. All of a sudden, this guy now, it should be fired. He should go. They are protesting against him. So let me show you guys the protest. Look at this. Look at that. Down with corruption. Philip Kanu must go. You see these people? I want you guys to see these things. The whole time, these lecturers that Mr. Philip Kanu, the principal of Milton Margai, the whole time he called out these lecturers that were sleeping with these girls. When he called them out, they don't come protest, say, no, thank you, Philip Kanu, let us fire these lecturers that are sleeping with the girls. No, because when you look at their names, let me show you guys the names of these people. I want you guys to see exactly what I'm saying. The lecturers that are in question here, let me show you their names. This is their names. And this is what is pathetic about Sierra Leone. This is the lack of patriotism that we talk about. You see, because it is their brothers, they protected them against the principal who called them out. They did not protest against these lecturers for sleeping with girls for grades and money and all of that. Look at their names. You see, these are the people. They did not protest against these. As a matter of fact, what they did, and this is what bothers me, that's why we're calling out these guys' names. Mamadou Saraba, who was the whistleblower, was fired. I don't even know if he was reinstated back to his job. Mamadou Saraba was the whistleblower that was sacked together with those sex for grades lecturers, but was not reinstated. They reinstated these lecturers, and then later I think it got reversed. We have to investigate that. That is your responsibility. I want to give you guys to find out about that. But Mamadou Saraba was fired with the lecturers. The guy who came forward and said, hey, these guys, this is what they're doing. It is wrong. They're sleeping with these girls for money, sex for grades. It is wrong. They fired him. They did not give him back his job. So this is the time for explaining this Sierra Leone people understand. So these people that you see protesting, the sexual harassment does not bother them. No, that is not important. To them, that is nothing. They could not come out to protest and stand with the principal, Mr. Philip Kanu, for taking such a stance to protect women in Sierra Leone, to protect our girls going off to college. Do you know what it's like for a papa for sending picking going to college, girl picking? All he get for find out later saying girl picking go sleep with lecturer because they threaten and say, if you don't give me, if I don't make love to you, you don't pass this me class. If you don't give me money, you don't pass this class. They could not protest for that. They could not stand with Mr. Philip Kanu, the Professor Philip Kanu, to help him, to say, yes, we want to cleanse our university systems. We want to cleanse our educational system. They could not stand with him. But the only reason why they could come after the man is after the fact. When the man said, no, this is not going to happen. You guys keep pushing this mandate thing, and people are getting fed up with this mandate card that you guys are playing. Listen to that one more time.
You not even talk to me one day. You can't. You know, today, I'm not the candidate saving at the man. For even shame. The way people in the crumble for this men they talk. All over, the thing don't smell now. Now when inside, I mean they would have the propagate. Now when they do the right things there. Then as they want to touch you now, this morning, somebody called me in one office. That man will send them. I will talk with the talk. He saying they give contract to me, they contract to them. They know the platform. The way they touch them, oh, now get the back, I will suffer.
This our time.
Now I say, my brother, then we will just be faithful for them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But after that, SFDB, I think they will go with him. To be very honest, because they're not fit for they're not savvy play with power. Then transition they know able. Money all they know able. Control. Everything.
Even the hard work with them, they are not hard working.
They're not working, I know.
But one of these ideas they happen.
Fact. But that is what we're dealing with. So they're going to protest against the fact that girls were being sexually harassed, but then go protest now because the guy called them out for what they're doing that is wrong. These are the people that we have. But again, like I said earlier, I showed you guys, look at the cabinet lineup of the SLPP. These are the ministries, departments, and agencies. Look at them. When you look at these names, all of them, what do you see? Director, Chairman, Board of Directors, NAXA. Paramount Chief Fode Musa Mende. Director General, Local Content Agency, Mr. Fodiba Dabo Mende. General Manager, Sierra Leone Airports Authority, Mr. Jack Masakoy Mende. Commissioner, National Youth Commission, Mr. Ingolo Kata Mende. Chairman, National Commission for Privatization, Dr. Alex Prince Hardin Mende. So look at the list on the screen here. This is what these guys calling them out to. They would not. This is why we've been calling Parliament, calling the international community to have an ethnic audit in Sierra Leone. That is what is destroying a country at this particular point in time. So much to the point that sexual harassment is not an issue. But when the man called them out and spoke the truth, oh, that's a reason for them to come out here and protest. That is a reason for them to come out here and protest. What caused this whole thing in the first place? They could not protest about it. Now they've touched their brothers. You see how they think? They fired their brothers. Now, Principal, Philip Kanu should go because he has fired their brothers for protecting women, for protecting girls in college. Because he's protecting them now, oh no, he has to be fired. Look at them with their placards and flyers. This is the protest. They could not protest against the lecturers that were caught sleeping with girls. Videotapes, they have video recordings sleeping with these girls for grades. They could not protest against that. But the moment the man called them out and said, you guys cannot control yourselves. They give you contracts, you're not executing your contracts. But when you commit a crime and they want to hold you, you start saying, that's our brother. Oh, we're part of the party. See the mentality? Guys, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. That's what I want to share with you. Share this live so other people will get it. And people will get to see exactly what the nature of these guys are. Guys, the reason why we don't talk too much these days is because everything we've been saying for the past few years is coming home to roost. And you guys are seeing every day. Every day. Everything we said is coming home to roost. That is the reality and that is the fact. So call these guys out. This is not in defense of Mr. Philip Kanu. Because again, I know he supported President Bio fervently. But it's the fact that these guys could not stand up for the women that were sexually abused at Milton Margai College. Videotaped, recorded by these lecturers. They could not come out to protest for that. But the moment the principal called them out for their tribalistic ways, all of a sudden now he has to go. They could not fire, they could not ask, they could not protest to fire those lecturers that were caught sleeping with these girls. No. That is Sierra Leone for us, guys. And we have to wipe that mentality. We all have a responsibility to make sure that we do what we could to make sure we change that country. Section 13B of the Constitution makes it very clear. Every citizen shall cultivate a sense. Every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism. Your loyalty should lie to the state, not to your sections, ethnic, tribes, region, or other loyalties. Your loyalty should lie to the state. It is a duty of the citizen. We not value itself. Then guy they are not get mind for protest for the Pekin when they sexually harassed in the college. They not get mind for protest against the lecturer and when they catch egregious crimes than they. But now they can't protest because the principal called them out. Say they get for left for police, mende, they all side don't smell. So mende. He called them out. When you call them out, you're the bad guy. And that is absolutely wrong. We have to call them out. In America, we call racists racists. If you're a tribalist, you're a tribalist. Across the world, if you're a bigot, you're a bigot. Nazis are Nazis. They are who they are. You call them out. You shame them. They are tribalist. You call them out. Because their acts are tribalistic. And until Sierra Leone, we inculcate that culture, nothing is going to happen. We've seen across the world. Rwanda is a classic example of what it's like when you have a nation, when people take tribe over country. We saw what happened to the Tutsis in 1994. We saw it. But these guys, they're so tribalistic in their ways. And now the lecturer calls that out. All of a sudden, then protest against that. But when they go rape the picking them, they don't protest against the rape. They don't protest against the lecturer when they catch, they rape them picking there. But when the principal called them out, say now, because what you do, they are fighting to reinstate these lecturers, and the principal is saying, don't reinstate them. All of a sudden, the principal, a bad man. If I go, tribalism. The same thing when the principal accused them of is the same crimes they're committing against the principal now. See, they're all rally now. These are brothers, these lecturers. We can't let you fire them. No. The same thing with the principal they accuse them of, Mr. Philip Kanu. That is what they are committing again. Same thing. Idiots. Very idiot. Idiotic ways of thinking. So sad. It's so pathetic. I'll leave it right here, guys. Have a good one, everybody.